Spring had settled into one of its fancy moods on Pot Liquor Hill, the kind where the sky looks freshly washed and the air smells faintly of honeysuckle and last night's rain. Folks were feeling hopeful, which is always a dangerous condition for a community this small. Hope makes people attempt things they haven't tried in years, like jogging or pruning their own hedges, or in Brother Hank's case, writing a graveside sermon outdoors. It happened on Thursday morning, a day so still and peaceful you could hear the cows chewing in the next county. The funeral was for old Mrs. Delilah Crenshaw, who had lived a long life, raised 6 children, and maintained a reputation for being both devout and a little too honest, which is Southern code for she said what she thought and let the chips fall where they may. The service began smoothly. Folks gathered under the shade of the big oak tree, fanning themselves with funeral home fans that had been recycled from at least 3 previous funerals. Brother Hank stood at the head of the casket, holding his neatly typed sermon notes, 3 pages, single-spaced, with a verse from Ecclesiastes and a story about Mrs. Crenshaw's famous blackberry cobbler. Then the wind arrived. Not a gentle breeze, mind you, but a sudden mischievous gust that came barreling down the hill like it had been waiting all morning for its cue. It snatched the sermon notes right out of Brother Hank's hands and sent them swirling through the cemetery like confetti at a very confused parade. The mourners gasped. Miss Lurleen clutched her pearls. The McElroy twins took off running after the pages, leaping over headstones with the enthusiasm of boys who had been told repeatedly not to leap over headstones. Sheriff Rollins made a half-hearted attempt to help, but he was holding a cup of coffee and had to make a choice. He chose the coffee. Brother Hank stood there, empty-handed, blinking at the sky as if expecting the notes to return out of guilt. They did not. So he cleared his throat, placed a hand on the casket, and began to speak, not from notes, not from memory, but from that quiet place inside a person where the truth lives when you stop trying so hard. He talked about Mrs. Crenshaw's laugh, which could be heard from the church kitchen clear out to the parking lot. He talked about her stubbornness, her generosity, her habit of slipping extra biscuits to children who looked underfed even if they weren't. He talked about the way she prayed slowly, deliberately, as if she were giving God time to settle in and listen. And it was beautiful, simple, honest. The kind of words that don't come from paper. When the service ended, old man Tuttle, who had watched the whole thing from his folding chair, nodded thoughtfully and said, "Sometimes the wind knows what we don't." And that, dear readers, is the news from Pot Liquor Hill, where even the breezes have opinions, and the best sermons are the ones that weren't written down.